This video is for you if you are an investor in cryptocurrencies or are thinking about doing so and want to join the Billionaire Club. You may be sure that we will be unveiling this update in today's video. It's a wacky new upgrade that enables you to become a SHIB holding millionaire without spending a fortune. Therefore, be sure to stay until the very finish. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. However, there is a crypto-related update that we must immediately discuss before we do that. If you have been following the cryptocurrency market in any way, you are aware that the majority of cryptocurrencies are trading in the negative, making the market's appearance less than appealing. But some people are unaware of what caused this slaughter. It appears that the announcement that prices would climb more rapidly than anticipated is what is causing the red market. Just to clarify, there is a concept known as personal consumption expenditures, or PCE for short. According to CoinGabe, the core personal consumption expenditure price index is essential to the Federal Reserve's calculation of the rate of inflation in the U.S. economy. The PCE index for January increased by 0.6% in accordance with the Board of Governors' assessment that the Fed's continued interest rate rises are prudent. As a result of worries about further rate increases in the upcoming months, the cryptocurrency market responded negatively to the high PCE inflation statistics. The fascinating thing about this is that other financial markets were also affected, not only the cryptocurrency market. The stock market has also seen some substantial losses. For instance, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq futures both declined along with the Dow Jones futures, which fell by more than 1%. This hasn't prevented individuals from making predictions about whether or not the bullish trend in cryptocurrencies has peaked. Consider leaving them in the comments box below if you have any opinions about this. Let's get to the video's primary point now. This movie. The crypto market has just been slammed by a wave of red, as I just indicated, and regrettably SHIB was unable to stave it off. The identical zero that was removed earlier this year was just added to the token. The price of SHIB pumped wildly at the beginning of the year, and the token lost a zero. But because to the sad conditions of the cryptocurrency market, that same zero has been picked up once more. At this point, I must emphasize that this zero addition is not the consequence of a peculiarity with SHIB. That is, nothing the development team or community did or didn't do caused the token to lose a zero. If you will, its picking up of a zero was in sympathy with the underwhelming performance of the rest of the cryptocurrency market. A bad performance brought on by an increase in interest rates. As I just said, this is a problem that affects the entire financial market. However, despite how difficult it may be to see today, this need not be all negative. Even in this terrible situation, there is some good. You can become a Shiba Inu millionaire, as I stated at the beginning of this movie, and now you can. It is incredibly affordable to get 1 million SHIB tokens at the current price at which SHIB is trading. This can be accomplished for about $10, and I'm not even kidding. You may get around 1 million Shiba Inu tokens for just $10. Consequently, if you have been seeking for a way to enter the market, now could be the time. You would undoubtedly make a splash when you entered the market. Additionally, it wouldn't hurt to increase your portfolio by 1 million tokens if you are currently active in the market. Particularly when you take into account the amount of profits you would receive after SHIB reaches $1. Yes, despite all that has occurred, the fantasy of $1 remains very much alive. The continued conviction in the $1 goal must also be influenced by the debut of Shibarium, which appears to be quite close. Many anticipate that Shibarium will somehow magically raise the price of SHIB. I believe it is reasonable to state that this fantasy will still exist unless the platform is introduced and fails to work that miracle. Now, if the 1 million SHIB tokens you bought for $10 are all you have in your wallet when SHIB reaches 1 cent, you would have $10,000. The ROI is 100,000% in this case. There is no other investment that can provide this type of insane return. You would have 10 million tokens right now and $100,000 when Shib hits a cent if you opted to go a little farther and invested $100 instead of only $10. It's absurd. Having said that, I'd want to reaffirm that this is not financial advice here. In no way am I attempting to instruct you on how to use your cash or tokens. It is your responsibility to conduct your own research before acting. Having said that, if you thought this was very helpful, leave a comment and let your friends know about it. Speaking about Shibarium, Satoshi has issued another update that leaves folks scratching their heads. He just wrote, #Shibarium, #Dior, #Shibarium, plus wait for formal announcement. There are no misunderstandings about the project that Satoshi is referring to because the tweet includes the Shibarium hashtag. We are aware that the news to which he is alluding concerns Shibarium. He advised people to wait for official pronouncements, which leaves some wondering. Shibarium will officially begin this week, according to a tweet from the official Shib Twitter account earlier this week. The week is almost done now. Satoshi advises us to wait for formal announcements because Shibarium has not yet been introduced. Is he attempting to imply that the official Shib account announcement was incorrect, or is he only advising us to prepare for Shibarium's launch? Thankfully, ShibBPP, a Shiba Inu-focused Twitter account, has somewhat clarified the situation. The official Shiba Inu websites, SHIBASWAP, the blog, and the social media handles are all included in the screenshot they uploaded. The screenshot's caption mentioned how many individuals fall victim to scams because they don't trust official sources. I suppose this serves as a warning for you to be cautious about where you obtain your information in order to avoid becoming a victim of fraud. Many builders, in the meantime, have begun planning projects rather than merely waiting for Shibarium to be released. A plan was recently provided by NowKnows, a significant blockchain developer API that had previously announced its intention to board the Shibarium train. Following launch, the roadmap specifies how it will be integrated into Shibarium. Immediately following the announcement that Shibarium will begin this week, they published this. And this would be yet another indication that the launch will definitely take place this week. 3 phases of release are anticipated for Shibarium: beta, mainnet development, and mainnet release. Shibarium will reportedly be tested internally by NowKnows when it is in the beta level. Then, throughout Shibarium's mainnet development phase, it will do safety checks and make the necessary improvements. Launching the Shib node access at the same time as the mainnet bearing Shibarium will be the last phase. Comment here with your thoughts on the proposed strategy. Before we wrap up here, let's talk about early Bitcoin adopter DaVinci. Investors are being pushed to buy Shib by Jeremy. Because many individuals were afraid to invest a lot of money back in 2013, he advised them to acquire Bitcoin worth at least $1. But his encouragement proved to be excellent business counsel. He also has profited greatly from his own Bitcoin investments. Thus, in the cryptocurrency market, his advice often has quite a bit of weight. In fact, most individuals go over and above to formally request his financial guidance. And this time around, it was so. Jeremy offered a sheepish response when a Twitter follower asked him which altcoin they ought to use their USDT on. He had the option of choosing to ignore the issue entirely or to suggest one of the many other hundreds of other cryptocurrencies. He must have some kind of belief in it since he mentioned Shib. Having stated that, this is not investment advice. Do your own research, of course. Please also explain in the comments why you disagree with Jeremy's assessment that Shib are a smart investment. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.